Five.
Yay. Good evening, I'm Reverend Karen. Thanks to everyone for taking part in the quiet energy work portion of our service. Your cooperation in creating this sacred space is greatly appreciated. Reverend William will now lead us in an opening prayer.
Divine oneness of being that man calls God, ascended masters and teachers, our own guides and angels in spirit who overlight us individually and overlight Circle of Light. Thank you for coming in closely this time as we gather here today to commune with you on all levels of our being, so mote it be.
So mote it be. Please open to the first page of your book and we'll say together the universal greeting. This is new to you. Watch the service workers to follow along with the interactive handouts.
I offer you peace. I offer you friendship. I offer you love. I hear your needs. I see your beauty. I feel your feelings. My wisdom flows from a higher source. I salute that source in you. Let us work together.
Please turn to the next page and we'll say together the 9 principles of spiritualism. We
Believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion.
We
affirm that
communication with the
so-called dead is a fact, scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism.
We believe that the
highest morality is contained in the golden rule. Whatsoever ye would that others should do unto you, do ye also unto them. We affirm the moral responsibility of the individual,
and that we make our own
happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws.
We
Affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul, here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing contained in all sacred texts are divine attributes proven through mediumship.
Okay. Would anyone like to speak about why we're all here tonight? Okay, I guess that's me.
Yep. You have thoughts.
Every year we gather at this time of Thanksgiving to spend a little time in communion, giving thanks for being together as a church. And at that time, we share bread and a golden honey mead to symbolize that higher Christed light, rather than a red wine, which you would have in other denominations. It's a way for us to sort of once again affirm our community and that we are together in the same way that families gather for Thanksgiving. We gather together to just be in solidarity with one another. If anybody else has any other thoughts?
No, that covered it.
All right. I always like this time of year. We welcome your donations to help us maintain our presence in the community. You may donate via our website, circleoflightstl.org, or our Facebook page. We thank you for your donations. All funds received help us in our mission to seek, develop, and teach the knowledge of the relationship between humanity and spirit. The crystal globe displayed here is filled with prayer and energy for healing Mother Earth and all her children. Everyone is welcome to contribute prayers for world peace and world healing. We invite you to add your energies to this sacred sharing. We will now say the prayer for spiritual healing found on the next page, after which there will be a short silence for you to softly say the names of anyone that you'd like to receive extra healing this week. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask the great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God. Current announcements. We are having our monthly business meeting.
Tonight.
Yep, after service. And it is 2 weeks until solstice dinner. So anybody who's going to be coming, please let us know on the pinned post on our Facebook page as to what you'll be contributing to the potluck. We've also stated there those things that the church is providing. But, you know, we need the community to chip in with us.
But if you feel that you can't contribute, please still come. There will be plenty of food.
Oh, yeah.
Do not feel that you have to contribute to come.
We always have plenty of food.
Yes.
That's never an issue. But we would like to see people. We don't often get a chance to see people, so we always appreciate that. Once again, we thank you for your donations, and Reverend William will lead us in a prayer over the offering.
Universal oneness of being in all of your dimensions, thank you for filling these gifts with your divine golden light to maximize their effectiveness. So would it be.
So
Might it be.
We now come to the message portion of the service. Please actively listen to each message as these come from universal source via our guides. They may be tailored for the individual, but they deliver wisdom to the whole. Please address questions about messages to the message bearer after service. To welcome each of our spirit workers, we sing together to raise the vibrations in our circle. We view the word God as a universal term for deity, rather than signifying any one particular path. Our message bearer this evening will be Reverend Karen, and she would like us to sing in the garden. Okay.
Verses 1 and 2.
Verses 1 and 2.
I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses. And she walks with me and she talks with me, and she tells me I am her own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks and the sound of his voice is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart is ringing. And he walks with me and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
Good evening. My name is Reverend Karen, and tonight I am working with my guides, Maya, Dr. Gustav, the architect, and Mother Otter. William.
Yes.
My guides are showing me a single feather. And when I asked for a little bit more clarification, they showed that it was a highly decorative writing pen. Yeah, a quill feather. And Okay. What my guides are saying is that represents formal writing, things that are going to be preserved, things that are meant to last, not just a quick jot down with a pencil grocery list. And they're just saying you've got some things coming up. Make sure you know what to preserve. Lois. Okay. So what I was initially shown by my guides was just this kind of dome. But then they flipped it up and it was a set of Russian nesting dolls. And basically that's, the large doll, you take it apart and there's a smaller doll inside of it and it keeps going down, 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 down. And when you get to that final doll, it may be this tiny, but that's the heart of the matter, the core. So if there's something that you've been working on that's just you're not finding the solution, they're saying you may have to keep taking that doll apart and go try to find the source, the core, and that's where you'll find your answer. Karen. Okay, I'm still not sure what the building is, but it's extraordinarily modern architecture because nothing is that asymmetrical and pointy and jaggedy, but modern architecture. But this building is lit up. I mean, they are using spotlights and overhead lights, and there are no dark corners. And they're just really emphasizing light in a practical way and light in a spiritual way. That sometimes you just have to light every surface, every corner, every crack.
Okay. We've got some online. We got Veronica.
Well, that's who that was for then. Veronica, they're showing the moon going through its phases. And it's going from, new moon, building up to the full moon, waning to the new moon, and just that continuous circle. And they're really wanting to emphasize that every down cycle, every waning cycle, where there may be low energy, is followed by a waxing cycle, a building up cycle. So conserve if you're working on something difficult, and if you can, conserve your energy during your downtime. Don't try to cram as much stuff as you can into those downtimes. You need those so that when the energy's there, you can pull it and use it to its greatest potential.
There, William E.
William E. Okay, William, they are showing you you're sitting in a rowboat and you've got the oars, but you're holding them up out of the water. However, this boat is racing across the surface like it's got a motor under it. And okay, so my guides are saying sometimes when you have some destination in mind, a spiritual destination or whatever, and it feels too easy, hold back on that desire to participate by putting your oars in the water because it seems too easy. Because if you're going that fast and you put those oars in the water, they're just going to snap off. Mm-hmm. So they're saying sometimes when things are going too easy, too fast, That's scary. It's not what we're prepared for. So just sit back, enjoy the ride, and you will get to your destination. Anybody else?
Yeah, we got several, but I can't see them all.
Libby L.
Libby?
Yeah.
Libby? Okay, they're showing me a cat sitting in a window. And at first it seemed like it was a solid black cat, but then I realized that was just because it was silhouetted, so you couldn't really see its color. So then as I asked for more clarification, they're like, it's a cat. This time color doesn't matter, but what it represents is, you think about it, cats love to just sit in the sun and absorb that energy. It's like they're recharging their batteries. And that's not being lazy. That's not being idle. That's an important part of their day, their life cycle, is just sitting there and recharging. We are going into, for many people, the busiest time of the year. And so your message is also about just, if you have a chance to take a break, take it. Enjoy your downtime. Sit in a window, absorb some sunbeams. It'll be good for you.
Ross.
Ross. Okay, Ross, they are showing you as the driver of a vehicle. And is you're looking down, you're looking, at the road, because you're driving, and you keep looking in the rearview mirror. And every time you look in the rearview mirror too long, you take your eyes off the road. They're saying, yes, if you're doing something like driving, you do have to keep looking at where you've been. But for the most part, where you need to focus is on where you're going. So maybe there's something that you've left behind that you need to leave behind. And they are suggesting go ahead and cut the ties with that in the past so that you can focus on going forward. Okay, anybody else?
Nope.
Okay. Jeffrey. I am being shown a very, very, very ornate letter P. It is very ornate. It is, interestingly enough, very purple. I think, however, that it's not so much the letter as its ornateness. That very often we do things in a very simplistic way, but you're being advised to elaborate and decorate. Okay, if there are no more messages, thank you for allowing me to stand between the worlds.
Thank you.
All right, and now we're going to move into the communion for this evening. First thing we always do when we have this, the first offering is always made to Mother Earth.
Bless it first.
Yeah. But we know we have to bless it. I know that, but I have to let everybody know
Okay.
what we're going to do here. So we just need, if somebody is willing to do the blessing over that, and somebody to take a piece of bread and some stuff out to Mother Earth.
I'll take it out.
Okay. Then I will do a blessing. going to be off camera because that's where everything is sitting. In the name of wisdom, the love, the justice, and mercy of the one eternal Spirit. Amen. We bless this bread, this connection to the earth that we share, this sustenance that allows us to grow. We thank it for giving of itself so that we may continue in this form as we grow towards our reunification with Spirit. Amen. In the name of the wisdom, the love, the justice, and the mercy of the one eternal Spirit. Amen. We bless this golden mead, that symbol of that higher Christed light, that higher light that we are all moving towards, that we carry inside us. We thank the divine for giving us the opportunity to share in these things, and we work towards our eventual return to him, her, it in the future. Amen.
You want me to bring that old table over? It'd be easy to do.
Yeah.
All right. Mother has had her share.
Excellent. Who would like to be giving the blessings? It'd be you, Reverend William? We can.
Okay.
We'll all be out here
Okay.
because.
Oh, yeah.
Go for what? You get that? Okay. All right, so
Spike them up.
whatever order you like. May you never hunger.
Maybe never thirst.
Don't sit down. Get a blessing.
Spirit brings to you, Jeffrey, the word, the exact words are the consciousness of the bear. It's interesting, like not spirit, not, it doesn't sound like a new agey thing. Is the consciousness of the bear. It brings me to this time of year when you would be getting ready to hibernate, but also there's a feeling, that's like the vision, and the feeling is a feeling of like big energy, power. So if I were you, I would not only, I'm not sure how the two go together, I'm not you, but I feel like the hibernation, rest is part of it, but so is power. Whether one brings you the other, something like that. Can you hug me? Yeah. Lois.
Yes, sir.
They're showing me the American flag, and people call it patriotism. And patriotism is the way we define it is essentially the same as faith. Because you have faith in the leaders, you have faith in what the flag represents, you have faith in a certain religion or God and what that represents. So what they're showing for you is the difference between faith and blind faith. And that is completely and totally your discernment. There are things, we are calling this legacy, like people often are born into a religion or born in a country and taught to be patriotic, to be faithful, and etc. And then maturity brings discernment. You can decide. Okay. Karen. Interesting, they show me the one, you know those numeric candles people put on birthday cakes, like a baby's first birthday, is just like that. Okay? And then like I'm from there, I'm going to like Sesame Street, an electric company, the children's shows. And like and now imagine like there's a coach or a teacher going, the fundamentals, Karen, the fundamentals.
Okay.
First things first. Like we've been going over this type of attitude. So whether it's a particular issue or thing you're working on, or it's more general, if I were you, I would definitely focus on the fundamentals. Come back to the, what I remember in my childhood was basketball. It was the first sport I ever played. How ironic. And it was dribbling up and down and up and down and up and down the court until you think you're exhausted, then you do it again. So, and that coach said the word fundamentals, several times every day. And that's how I feel about those things. Okay. Why? Because when the pressure's on, when you're down by 2 points and you have 3 seconds left in the game, you're not going to be thinking about what to do. You rely that those fundamentals become instinct. Those fundamentals become automatic. And so that's what they want. They want those fundamentals to be automatic. So you don't have to think about it, you just do it.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. May you never hunger, and may you never thirst.
Karen. This is, there's got to be one in every crowd. We're out, in the hayfield, and they go, hey, hey, hey. Interesting how Jeffrey had a bear and you have a harvest, same time of year, and like getting ready for winter, putting that hay up so you have food for the animals for the winter. Is there more to it than that? Remember what you learned. Remember what your grandpa told you. That, you don't just throw the hay up there and hope it doesn't mold or catch on fire. There's a way to stack it so it fits. There's a way to stack it so it's safe. You know that hay can combust. Well, it can't. It can, but you have to stack it a certain way so it doesn't combust and it doesn't mold. It has to be dry enough. All those types of things. It's not, just throw it up there. So if I were you, I'd be mindful as I prepare for this upcoming winter, which is like yesterday. because that will set you up for success. Okay?
Now you switch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you-
Oh, I know that's okay.
May you never hunger. May you never thirst.
All right, so they're showing me the Flintstone card. And your feet are down there and they're going, but you're not touching the ground. So they're saying sometimes you do have to build up speed or get the engine going before you start. Because if you try to, if you engage the engine and start going down the road and everything's not ready, the engine may seize up, get too hot. So
Okay.
they're saying warm up before you start the race.
Okay.
And just that simple piece could prevent injury in the future.
Thank you very much.
Another.
All right. Now I'll have Reverend William lead us in a closing prayer.
I'm going to answer. River asks, do we have service before the dinner? No, we do not. Come on in and have dinner with us.
That's right.
We'll have a little
Sing along.
sing along, some of our versions of Christmas carols, and then we will feast together. Closing prayer. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Well,
In a sense. Divine oneness of being. In all of your manifestations, thank you again for bringing us together in communion, communing with each other and with you. Thank you for filling us with your divine light, your essence, and shine that light upon our individual and collective path as we go forth from here. So mote it be.
so let it be. Thank you all for being in our circle of light. And stand and join with us in unity as we sing our closing song, Let There Be Peace on Earth.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.